morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a look at the release schedule for the Pokémon trading card game. And the reason is extremely simple. Just over a month ago, I did a video on the release schedule of the Pokémon trading card game, looking at all of the products, all of the sets, etc. coming out. And that video was extremely popular. I got a huge amount of good feedback from it. An awful lot of people said this is exactly the kind of thing they want, and this was super helpful. I did get one person tell me that I need to avoid filler videos like this, which is weird considering the overwhelmingly positive response I got to it, and how it's one of my most popular videos I've done in the past few months. Seems like it's actually me responding to what my audience want. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But the point is, the Pokemon TCG release schedule changes pretty rapidly. So what we're going to do is, we're going to do a little bit of an update around about once a month. I'm not going to guarantee a particular date because, you know, news. But when we've got time, about once a month, we're going to do an update of the release schedule because stuff is released and stuff is announced, and I want you guys to be able to keep nice and up to date. Now, this is going to release this particular video just after March the 5th. Do remember that March the 5th is, as I called it, the busiest day in Pokemon. There's new Shining Fates products. There are, well, the build and battle boxes for battle styles, what would have been pre-releases if pre-releases actually happened. So I've done that video. I'll pop a link to that one in the description. If anybody wants to know about March the 5th, which has just passed as you're listening to this, well, unless you're listening in the future, so, you know, do go and check out that video, and that will give you all the information you need along those lines. But today, we are focusing on new stuff. Although, obviously, please do bear in mind, things that were announced when I did the previous video but haven't yet released will obviously be featured in this particular video. So as we're looking here, the next date to really mark on your calendars is March the 19th. March the 19th is when we are going to see the release of Battle Styles. This is the newest expansion of the Pokemon trading card game, and frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this is one we should probably be getting a little bit excited for. And because it's a real proper new set, that is going to bring in all the things we would usually expect with a proper real new set. So yes, obviously there are going to be booster boxes and booster packs available, that's standard. But do remember there are two Elite Trainer boxes, a Single Strike and a Rapid Strike. However, please also remember that they are basically the same. If we have a look at the contents, you can see that they are the same, except if you look at, say, the box, the sleeves, the dice, and the player's guide, what we've got here is either a blue Rapid Strike design or a red Single Strike design, but the actual contents and what's in them doesn't really change. Outside of that, we've got our little blister products. There are one-pack evolution blisters featuring either Corviknight or Tyranitar. These are just straight reprints. I don't think they've even got any fancy holo or any of that. So I'm not saying don't buy these, but I'm saying if you find them at a good price, brilliant. If you really want those particular Pokemon, brilliant. Outside of that, I think these are probably products to avoid. The better one-pack blisters that are coming along with this set feature Charmander and Arrokuda, and these are just reprints. These are straight reprints. We have seen them before, but they are alternate art reprints. So I suppose calling them straight reprints sounds a little bit like a lie. It's not quite true. I love the artwork on the Arrokuda. Remember, these are like $5 products. I've already seen some stores, and this is, as far as price gouging goes, pretty low. I've seen some stores trying to charge 50% or more above RRP for the Charmander one. Don't pay it, ladies and gentlemen. These are the kind of products that end up in supermarkets and big box stores and all of that. They're usually pretty easy to find compared to things like Elite Trainer boxes. Please don't pay over the odds for the Charmander one-pack blister. They're $5 products. Pay a $5 for them. There we go. But they are coming out. There are also 3-pack blisters coming out along with this particular set, and there is an Eevee flavor and a Jolteon flavor. These are actually new cards that we've not seen before. They're just not particularly good new cards. Though I will say Jolteon having free retreat and a free energy attack doing 160, that's not completely terrible. So March the 19th is pretty busy in terms of battle styles, but that's not actually the only thing coming out on March the 19th. We have also got these two new Urshifu boxes. Now, these do feature Urshifu V, both Rapid Strike and Single Strike. There are two different boxes. These are not, and this really does bear repeating, these are not the same ones that come in battle styles. These are new exclusive promo cards that cannot be pulled from the set proper. They do also include a copy of either Single or Rapid Strike Energy. These are reprints from the set, but they're also holo. These are holo energy cards. Now obviously you can pull these energy cards from the set, but they're non-holo. If you want the holo versions, you are going to have to go ahead and go and get these boxes, which is kind of cool. I'm not a fan of the Vs themselves. I prefer the ones in the set, honestly, but these are exclusive Pokemon Vs that cannot be gained elsewhere. And also on March the 19th, now I call the 5th of March the busiest day in Pokemon, and I meant it, but March the 19th is another day that's going a little bit silly over the top with releases. We are getting the Blastoise and Venusaur VMAX boxes. Or battle boxes, I think they're actually called. Do remember that these are the only places to actually get Blastoise and Venusaur VMAX. These are exclusive cards, and maybe they'll be released somewhere else in the future. But as it stands at the moment, the only place to pick up Blastoise and Venusaur VMAX are in these particular boxes. You do get yourself a set of sleeves as well, and the Jumbo promo if you're into that. So the sleeves are exclusive. The cards are exclusive. If you want these VMAXs, I'm afraid this is going to have to be the place that you go. March the 19th is a bit over the top busy. And we've also got the Urshifu Collector's Chest. Yeah, that's right. Even more coming. Now, the Collector's Chest, this is an interesting one. I've often said with this particular product, it's the kind of thing that is really, really cool for kids, and probably a bit less interesting for your real hardcore players and collectors. You get yourself 5 booster packs, 2 coins, 4 stickers, a mini portfolio, that's a little binder, a Pokemon notepad and a code card. No, you used to get pencils in these, you don't anymore, but you get like stickers and a notepad. It's clearly aimed at a fairly young audience. You do get promo cards featuring Single Strike Tepig and Rapid Strike Shinx. And when I told you about this before, we didn't really have any information. We have now seen a promo Single Strike Tepig, the artwork of which is absolutely flat out amazing. So it is absolutely fair to go and pick up these collector's chests or just go and buy this as a single. I want this Tepig. I adore the artwork. We've not seen a different Shinx yet, so it might just be a holo version of the one in the set. We don't know. But the Tepig we have, it's almost certainly this one, and I am into it. It does get a little bit quiet, though, then, for a couple of months. And as always, if I've missed anything off this release schedule, please let me know in the comment section. I've done my digging. I've had my look around. If I have missed anything, I will pin a comment down below. But I like I say, I've been pretty thorough in my research here. If I've missed something, then I'm silly and I apologize. But it looks like the next product we're getting is the first partner pack Alola on April the 2nd. Remember, this is the second one. Gala is already released on March the 5th. And then on May the 7th, we are getting the first partner pack Kalos. Remember, here you get your 2 jumbo promos and your 2 packs. These are mysteriously missing from Europe at the moment. Now, I've heard they're coming out, and to be fair, I've seen them popping up in Germany, but I've not seen them popping up anywhere in the UK. I'm sure they're going to be out there. But let's just say I've already got a couple of lovely American folks who are trying to hook me up with the binder, because as it stands at the moment, and I have been going around looking, I have not seen that binder anywhere. But anyway, these are coming out. These are $10 and you get your 2 packs and your promo cards. But May the 7th is also the next big day, so to speak, because we are getting those V-Battle decks featuring Gardevoir and Victini. Now, it is really important to note that these are, again, reprints. These are not new cards. These are just straight reprints. The Victini is a reprint of the first one from Sword and Shield. There is a new Victini coming out in Battle Styles. You don't want that. You want this one. And then the Gardevoir is a reprint of the only Gardevoir we've seen so far. These are like the Blastoise and Venusaur V Battle decks before. What I do like is that these are not exclusive cards. So when we saw the Blastoise and Venusaur, as it stands at the moment, and again, things could always change, but as it stands at the moment, these V Battle decks, the Blastoise and Venusaur ones, are the only places to get those Pokemon V, which is a bit upsetting if you don't get them, whereas here we're talking awesome alternate art, but they are just alternate art, which means, of course, you can avoid them. Do remember there will be an extra pack with some trainers in if you buy the double pack, so if you are going to buy them, might I suggest the double pack. Also makes me feel a little silly for going and buying a playset of Sword and Shield Victini when the reprint was coming and it's probably going to be super cheap, but I regret nothing because I still contend Victini VMAX is going to be awesome. And then also coming on May the 7th, we have got the Galarian Rapidash V-Box. Do remember, of course, that this is a brand new card. Galarian Rapidash V has not been seen anywhere before, and like we've seen on a bunch of these products in the past, it is unlikely that Galarian Rapidash V is actually going to make it out in any particular sets. It is almost certainly going to end up being a card which can only be gained in this set. Now, it does have a fairly interesting attack that for 2 energy puts your opponent down to 100 HP, which I do quite like. I think other people like it more than me. I'm going to do a bunch of looking into this. I might do a follow-up video in the next couple of weeks. But this is a new set which is coming out. And honestly, if you like ponies or you like Galarian Rapidash, it's a pretty eye-catching box. This is one, as someone who studies and teaches business, right? I love this particular box because it really pops. Like, this is going to be the packaging that is going to stand out on the shelf, and I really appreciate that. I don't know if anyone else does. I personally really genuinely do. And then there are a couple of products coming out on May the 21st, and I've actually had to add these in between originally finishing the video and posting it. We've had a couple new products revealed, starting off with the Inteleon League Battle Deck. Now, I do actually have a quick correction to make here. This was originally listed at $24.99. It seems like it's now being listed at $29.99, which makes it slightly more expensive than the regular League Battle decks that come in, well, before at $24.99. Now, these are like the Zacian and ADP League Battle decks we got before. These are intended, and you'll notice they are actually our first ever level 2 products, or at least in this run. And these are intended to be for more serious players, people really trying to get into it. This is essentially a ready-made deck out of the box, which is supposed to be competitive, featuring 2 Inteleon V and 2 Inteleon VMAX. We don't have a deck list for this yet. Obviously, when we do, I'll show you on this channel. But you should expect this to essentially have a bunch of cards in which are stable in actual competitive decks. So if you do want to really stock up on staples, get good cards right out of the bat, this is what to go for. And on that same day of May the 21st, we are getting tins for both Empoleon V and Tyranitar V. Now, like you would usually expect in these tins, they are alternate art. There are only 2 of them this time round. There's usually 3 to choose from. This time it's only 2. But essentially what we've got here is a bunch of packs. I think it's 5 in the US, but only 4 in Europe, boo, etc. And essentially what you have here is your alternate art promo. Very much inessential products by their very definition. But if you like Tyranitar or you like Empoleon, like I like Empoleon, both as a Pokemon and as a card, then yeah, these are things you probably should be looking into getting. Now, in terms of big products, that's essentially what we know. We do, of course, have more dates for the first partner packs. We've got Unova coming on June the 4th, and I'm in a Gen 5 binge at the moment. I've gone from Pokemon Conquest to Pokemon White, and I've just started Pokemon White 2. I am on a Unova high right now. July the 9th, we're getting the first partner pack Sinnoh. August the 6th, we're getting the first partner pack Hoenn. September the 1st, we're getting the first partner pack Johto. And October the 8th, we're getting the first partner pack Kanto. Those are all confirmed dates that were given out in an official Pokemon press release. But we do also have some other dates of sets, and as always, take these with a pinch of salt, because we are in a damn panic at the moment. And things do change. When we're looking a few months out and we're looking at big sets that are going to take a lot of work, it is really important to remember that dates can change. You have been warned. But as it stands at the moment, very quickly, it looks like Sword and Shield 6 is going to be out on June the 18th. And we do know a little bit about this particular set, because of course we've seen that it is Jet Black Poltergeist and Silver Lance over in Japan. We know that these are going to be the Calyrex sets, and we do know it's going to feature Single Strike and Rapid Strike Pokemon. It looks like Sword and Shield 7 at the moment is going to be coming out on August the 27th. Now, you should notice this is just over a 2-month gap. 2 months and 9 days. And usually Pokemon TCG sets have a 3-month gap. But remember that Battle Styles is coming out in March when it should have been out in February. There was a 4-month gap in the run-up to Battle Styles, so we need to do a 2-month gap in order to get back to our regularly scheduled February, May, August, November. And this is really important, because if we push it by a month, we end up with a set releasing in December. December is too close to Christmas. You miss a lot of the pre-Christmas shopping. You don't release new sets in December. You release them in November. I refuse to believe that this 1-month push is going to last until, well, Christmas time. So it seems like this is going to be where we fix it. Do bear in mind that means Sword and Shield 6 is going to be current for only 2 months. That is going to have some effects. We'll talk about them in a future video. Sword and Shield 7 is currently slated, like I said, for August the 27th. And remember that we do know a little bit about this, because this is going to be the Eevee Heroes set. Now, not entirely Eevee Heroes, of course. The main part of this set is going to be Sword and Shield 7 in Japan, of which we currently know absolutely nothing. But our Sword and Shield 7 is going to be Japan Sword and Shield 7, we know nothing, and their Sword and Shield 6A Eevee Heroes. Now, Eevee Heroes features all 8 evolutions as Pokemon V, and 4 as VMAXs. There are a couple of extra sets over in Japan that actually come with a VMAX booster, which comes with a VMAX, 104, and free Holo Energy. So we still have to wait and see as to whether we're going to get all 8 Evolution VMAXs in our sets, or whether some of them are going to be held back as promos. I suspect some will be held back as promos. That is nothing more than a guess on my part. We are then expecting a 25th anniversary set on October the 8th. We know nothing about this. It's essentially Evolutions 2. That is our guess. We know nothing about this. I've done some predictions in other videos, but there's nothing we can say too much for now. And we are expecting Sword and Shield 8 on November the 12th. Again, we know a little bit about Sword and Shield 7 because it's going to incorporate Sword and Shield 6A. But we know nothing about Sword and Shield 8 or Sword and Shield 7A. So there is a date. We know nothing else. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. You are now nice and up to date on all of, I believe, all of the announced products coming into Pokemon TCG. As always, if there is anything, I will pin a comment so that you know. And we'll probably do another one of these in a month, if necessary, so you guys can be kept all up to date. There we go. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about all of this. I want to know which products you're excited about. I want to know what your shopping list looks like for the Pokemon trading card game. So go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.